In today's episode, we turn our attention to a rapidly escalating crisis that has gripped the Middle East and caught the gaze of the global community. The situation involving President Donald Trump's recent ultimatum to Iran is a significant development with potential repercussions that stretch far beyond its immediate geographical borders. This narrative weaves through the complex tapestry of international relations, military strategy, and economic survival, reflecting the intricate and often perilous dance of diplomacy in modern geopolitics. At the heart of this unfolding drama is the looming threat of widespread destruction. President Trump has issued a stark warning to Iran, underscoring the urgent need for a new nuclear agreement. This isn't merely a rhetorical flourish, it's a call to action against the backdrop of heightened military activity across the Middle East. The implications of such a warning cannot be overstated. As tensions rise, the specter of military engagement looms large, threatening to plunge the region into further turmoil. The immediate catalyst for this crisis is Iran's tightening control over the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway is a strategic artery for global oil shipments. By exerting control over it, Iran has not only leveraged its geographical advantage, but has also increased regional tensions by imposing tolls on vessels and hinting at broader disruptions. This move has significant ramifications for global trade and the stability of international oil markets. As we watch these developments unfold, it's clear that the stakes are incredibly high, not just for Middle Eastern countries, but for economies worldwide. Iran's recent military actions, including missile strikes on Gulf states such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Kuwait, have further inflamed the situation. These strikes have targeted energy infrastructure, which is vital not just for local economies, but also for global energy supplies. The damage inflicted by these attacks has been substantial, with facilities in Bahrain and Abu Dhabi suffering significant harm. The international response has been swift and in some cases aggressive. Israel, for instance, has responded with strikes in Tehran and expanded operations in southern Lebanon, where the human toll includes over 1,000 deaths and massive displacement. This crisis is not an isolated occurrence, but rather the continuation of a perilous trajectory that has built up over weeks of heightened tension. The 2026 Iran war has already spilled into Lebanon, Iraq, and the waters of the Gulf, drawing in various international players. The recent announcement by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu of an expanded security strip in Lebanon indicates an unwillingness to de-escalate, while NATO's interception of Iranian missiles over Turkey adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. The economic implications of these events are profound. Oil prices have surged in response to the crisis, raising concerns about potential inflationary pressures and global energy shortages. As the stranglehold on critical shipping lanes tightens, the threat to natural gas and fertilizer exports further compounds the situation. For countries heavily reliant on energy imports, especially those in Europe and Asia, this development could lead to significant economic strain. The potential for a global recession becomes increasingly plausible as the world watches and waits for a resolution that seems elusive. Amid this turmoil, President Trump's approach, characterized by a combination of military posturing and diplomatic overtures, reflects the complex dynamics at play. While the idea of a swift agreement remains on the table, the reality of active combat poses significant risks of miscalculation. The loss of 13 U.S. service members underscores the deepening involvement of Western powers in this regional conflict, raising questions about the long-term strategic objectives and the potential cost of such engagements. Internally, the situation in Iran is equally precarious. The Iranian regime is grappling with domestic challenges, exacerbated by casualties and the impact of ongoing strikes. Yet, the persistence of proxy escalations indicates a determination to maintain its strategic objectives despite mounting pressures. This internal strain could have ripple effects, affecting the stability of the regime and its future actions on the world stage. For the international community, the crisis tests alliances and the resilience of diplomatic frameworks. The repercussions of a prolonged disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, with its potential to cripple global trade, underscore the urgent need for a resolution. Diplomatic channels remain open, but the path to de-escalation appears narrow and fraught with challenges. The situation demands a nuanced understanding of the interplay between regional ambitions and global economic interdependencies. In conclusion, the unfolding events in the Middle East serve as a powerful reminder of the interconnected nature of our world. As tensions continue to rise, the challenge for global leaders is to navigate these treacherous waters with a focus on peace and stability. The outcome of this crisis could redefine the security landscape of the Middle East, with implications that resonate far beyond its borders. It is a moment that calls for careful consideration, strategic foresight, and an unwavering commitment to the principles of diplomacy and dialogue. As we watch and analyze these developments, we remain hopeful that a path to resolution can be found, averting the specter of a broader conflict and ensuring a more stable future for all.